Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Sagittarius November 30th, 2022. It may not be easy to find your focus today, but once you do, it feels great, and you can accomplish much. You're feeling closer than usual to your desires, wants, and needs. Facing a truth can be empowering. With Mars and Saturn in harmony today, there are benefits to stabilizing or steadying your pace and pursuing a practical goal. Working with what you have is the ideal strategy with this transit in play. Friends or networks could motivate the desire to get on track or to be especially productive. The stars above are firing off flaming volleys of arrows today and tomorrow. Mental Mercury, who now spins in your solar fifth house of true love, passion, and romance, is in a rage across the sky from mighty Mars, the red planet of war and anger in your solar 11th house of friendships. This ensures that everyone will be feeling mentally fired up and frustrated, and you could be the one trying to damage control. If people are provoking you, it is best to try to meditate, disengage, and stand on the higher ground rather than turn someone into the enemy. What should you commit to first? You might have a few options or opportunities to consider as Mars retrograde in Gemini trines Saturn in Aquarius. There are a few networking events, people to work with within your greater professional community, and even aspirations that you could pursue. However, if you are scattered at the moment, you may struggle to pick and choose your course of action. Today's trine is more of a mental game, since you may find that this is the perfect time to weigh the pros and cons before assuming responsibility for a new pursuit. In the lead up to the moon's return to your financial sector tomorrow, this is an important point in any month for taking a wait-and-see approach. Especially with Jupiter, in his first full week in direct motion here, and Neptune is last in retrograde motion, both at a standstill. The money gods have pushed the pause button, with a chance to over the coming days to connect more directly with the planets of luck and money. A new outlook is possible today. Things that you do every day may seem somehow different. Enjoy this fresh perspective. It's important to be flexible and to listen for the inner voice that tells you when to bend and when to walk away from a situation. You often comply in situations when someone else will benefit. Ask yourself what you really need instead. When it comes to what you eat, it's wise to give your intestinal tract a break from bread and dairy products. If you haven't met anyone new in a while, it's a good day to make this happen. It's important to your overall well-being to make fresh new contacts on a regular basis. If you become isolated for some reason, you can be certain that depression and anxiety will set in before you know it. Don't let hardships or conditions prevent you from doing what you do best. On this one day, the vibration of the new and exciting is at hand. You'll enjoy getting out more than ever. Have some fun today. What makes the timing of the moon's monthly visit to your relationship sector this month significant is that it comes just as there is a friendly aspect between Saturn here and Mars in retrograde motion in your friendship sector. Even if the moon wasn't here, this was going to be a powerful week for all aspects of personal and professional networking, friendship and relationship building. However, with the moon here, this will ensure you are emotionally and intuitively engaged when it counts. Having the moon in your relationship sector is the chance that you get every 4 weeks to check in and become more emotionally engaged. The difference this time is that as the moon aligns with Saturn here and forms a friendly aspect to Mars, they are already at a friendly aspect. The moon just happens to be here during what were already some empowering days on the relationship front. Our eyes in the sky. The cosmic climate is challenging today as the Aquarius moon allies with Saturn while also butting heads with Mercury, Venus, and Mars. The energy here can put your will at odds with your emotions, making it difficult to know which way you should move forward. You might also feel weighed down and unmotivated as these funky vibes wash over everyone. Meanwhile, stubborn behaviors are likely to manifest, so you'll want to watch out for these in both yourself and others. Tension will hang in the air, so if you feel like you need a timeout, permit yourself to take one. You're able to keep track of the things that matter, managing to take control and concentrate on what's important to you. Such an optimistic approach positively affects your personal life, helping you to resolve any potential problems you must deal with and uncover the true significance of your relationships and exactly the direction they are heading. Your ability to understand any situation is good and you're able to undertake any sort of mental task. Equally, you're communicating without any difficulty, so possible negotiations or similar conversations turn out to be successful. You also find your general level of curiosity is heightened and you're keen to acquire knowledge and learn as much as you can. Your thoughts have seldom been so lucid and in harmony. Problems with relationships that seemed insurmountable just a short time ago are now resolved without further arguments. The time has come to revive personal bonds. Enjoy this phase and experience life with other people. The memories will last for a long time. Don't be surprised by certain situations and dating opportunities that crop up. There's plenty to contemplate and consider in the coming weeks before you make any decisions. Think about how you want to allow your heart to be directed. Showing good sense assures time spent isn't wasted and for nothing. In the evening, we'll see more rocky vibes as the moon shares a harsh aspect with unpredictable Uranus. This energy threatens to challenge what we usually feel we can rely on, which can lead to destabilization and strained emotions. Just after midnight, the Aquarius moon sextiles the Sagittarius sun, granting us inner peace and confidence. If we are awake, our strong sense of self will facilitate authentic connections with others. We celebrate the quirkier sides of our personalities, forging relationships based on niche interests and shared dreams. If we are asleep, we can expect uplifting dreams where novel experiences shift our perspective in affirming ways. What interests you most is of a positive nature and helps you gain insight into many new issues and make progress at every opportunity. These encounters stimulate the exchange of ideas that provide numerous sources of inspiration. Ideas to make your relationship more interesting, or opportunities to travel and broaden your horizons. After sunup, Mars in Gemini trines Saturn in Aquarius, the second of 3 trines in Mars' retrograde cycle. These transits create a narrative arc that supports tempering our passions so we can focus our willpower. The first of these trines occurred on September 27th with Mars in direct motion. Think back to this date. Was there a project kicked off around this time that you have since lost momentum on? This trine reminds you that although a redesign may be in order, this project is still viable. In fact, it is destined for success, despite false starts. What steps can you take at this point to push this enterprise along? You're allowed to get experimental in your process. Think outside the box. Take a few risks. Defy a few expectations. The final trine between Mars and Saturn will be on March 30th, 2023, after Mars enters Cancer and Saturn enters Pisces.